Hello. I want to come and talk to you about my experience with unemployment benefits. Hi, thank you. Welcome to Penny's Make Dollars. My name is Penny. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you, my new hun, my day one huns, my penny flippers. Y'all, thank you for being here. Okay, so I would like to just give you a general background right quick. I am unemployed until the second week of June, and I have received accepted a letter. I have accepted a job, but it starts the second week of June, and from there, I am still on unemployment. I'm still applying to other jobs just in case something come up with this one. So yes, okay, I'm not gonna play that game where someone call me and say, hey, well, da, 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 da. Even though I signed things, they did all the checks and everything, but still, you just don't know, okay? So, yes, I want to just give you a general overview of my experience with unemployment, okay? Now, please keep in mind, this is my second time being unemployed in 3 years, and each time is different, okay? So, let me just go over this one, and I hope you all are doing well. So, I'm just gonna draw a circle here, and I'm gonna say this is my experience, okay? Okay, so this is my experience. I don't like that pen. Okay. So from my experience, I am grateful, okay? Just so you know that. So I am grateful to have unemployment because I could have been turned down for this. So being that said, I thank the Lord, my God, that I am at least receiving some benefits, and it's from unemployment. I'm in the state of North Carolina. Unfortunately, in the state of North Carolina, we only can receive unemployment. I don't know what changed, but we can only receive it for 12 weeks, okay? All right, so that's just to let you know, in my opinion, that's a thumbs down, okay? So that is not good, okay? All right, so being that said, I'm on week 10, okay? So I'm on week 10, and I receive it this week and then the following week, okay? So I actually have 2 more times to receive it, unemployment. Okay, so from there, what is my opinion of this situation? Well, the amount that I get is $446. Please know that even though I'm very grateful for this, I feel like I'm in the red a lot of times instead of being in the black, okay? For the simple fact, my rent is $927. And if I didn't have my emergency fund last time, which was really my month ahead, at the beginning of all of this, and then when I lost my job, I actually paid the rent before I left the job. And so going from there, I think that helped me a lot, okay? And I did receive one other check after I left. So that was only for $600 and some dollars. So that was good. But I have a lot of expenses, okay? And I went over those with you all the other day. It was rent, utilities, car insurance, groceries. What else do I pay for? Life insurance. And, just day-to-day living. You have to have things, okay? So, being that said, I don't feel like it's enough, okay? So, I'm going to say not enough. Although I am, like I said, grateful, okay? So, basically, I would prefer that unemployment was extended more than the 12 weeks. And so I'm feeling anxious because even though I accepted a job, I don't know. You cannot trust anyone right now. I mean, with the economy being the way it is, I just feel like I can't trust anyone right now, okay? I've received $446. A lot of times, like even now, the rent is coming up for the month of June. I have to say 2 of these checks, $446. So when I get paid from unemployment, I have to save this $446 this week, and then I'll be saving another $446, and then I have to ask for assistance, okay, with the rest, okay, just so you know. That's just for the rent. So my goal is to get the rent paid, and then for the month of June, don't know. I just don't know. I don't have any savings put up. I've exhausted all of my funds except for what I have in the 1 month ahead, and I'm not going to use that, which is, it's not that much at this point. So I don't think I get paid until maybe 3 weeks later. So I don't have that much, I don't know if I have that much to say about unemployment. I just feel like it's just kind of rotten for North Carolina to have it at 12 weeks. I don't know if any other states are doing that. And I don't understand why we got to be so hard and go hard and with no like amendments or anything like that. So that is my honest opinion. I feel like I've been doing quite well up to now. I've had extra money that I could reach back and get, but now I will not have any more money as of this week, and then the following week, which is June the 1st week, that is it, because North Carolina is stopping unemployment at 12 weeks, and they're very hard on this. And to me, they're not being fair, but what can you say? Okay. So my experience, I did well, thanks to the Lord, but the Lord would definitely be carrying me right now. And I've even thought about doing some little part-time work, see if I can just grab something on the go for a week in between me starting. And I'm thinking about that really hard to see what I can find. But I don't want to jump anyone out of a job. I don't want to get hired and then leave. So I would rather maybe work on the weekend to see what I can do. Because if I like it well enough, then I can maybe keep it as a side job. Okay? So I am in a desperate situation right now. And so yes, this is how I feel about unemployment. I don't like the fact it's only 12 weeks. I feel like that's very mean, very harsh, very, what's the word? Very just, uppity, very senseless, just very like, not compassionate. So, and in particular with the jobs, status right now of people getting laid off, it was just a miracle that God worked it out that I got hired, and I'm very happy about that. But other than that, this is what it looks like. 12 weeks overall. I got laid off on February the 28th. And I couldn't get it that first week because I got a remaining check from the job. So they started me kind of weird. I actually waited about 3 weeks before I actually got a check. So this is what I'm dealing with, and I'm not, very impressed. I thank God that he allowed me to get the $446. I'm impressed with God, but I'm not impressed with, what transpired, here in North Carolina. I've been on unemployment before, and I've always looked for a job real hard, but with the economy being the way it is, I just feel for those who can't find anything. I found something, but it's after unemployment, and I really wanted to, go on and find some earlier, maybe midpoint, maybe 6 weeks, That was my goal, to get something midpoint and not wait. I don't like this. It's a gap between me having money. But, you know, my family has talked to me, and they told me, you know, they will help me as much as they can. So I'm just going to have to lean on the Lord and see what I can do, you know, what God allowed me to do. Okay, but it will be like a 3-week period in there where I don't have any money. And I'm going to need y'all to have patience again. I know y'all are like, well, where are the cash stuff? And y'all have been so great to me. Thank you. But unfortunately, I can't do all those cash stuffings unless a miracle happens and I get a job in between that job. And usually people take a while to even get back with you. You know, even with me getting that job that I have, it took some time between the time I actually put in for it and did all the interviews. It was more than one interview. Okay. But that's what I wanted to do, go over this with you all. That is my experience with unemployment benefits. I'm grateful I was able to pay my light bill out of this money, $446, because my light bill was like, my utilities are usually around $250. So I did have some left. Usually I use that for groceries or whatever else we may have had that we needed. I'm grateful the car has been paid off, because I did at the beginning of unemployment use the unemployment check for the car payment. But I'm very humble and thankful that the car is paid off and I didn't have to squeeze that out of the $446. So the car insurance is, you know, that is something I always have to pay. So I'm just trusting in the Lord, guys. And I give y'all updates. I don't want to worry anyone. But overall, the money did pay my bills. And I was short of some money a little bit, but my son, I think he helped with the rent, because it was like, I had like $800 and something. So he put the rest with it. Okay. And then my daughter, she helps too. You know, she'll send me some money, help us with food and stuff like that. But anyway, I mean, a lot of people just, you know, usually I help family, like my sister or anyone else, but I cannot help anyone. And I just feel like, wow, I can't help people, you know. But it's okay. They know, they understand. But I do try to share, you know. But anyway, I thank you all for joining me and just being here for me. I appreciate that. I'm grateful that I was able to come back and talk to you all. I love y'all. And overall, the unemployment experience, if I had to give it a grade, I would say it's probably like a C, you know, C minus, only because of the 12 weeks. It's like a joke. And that's not good. You know, everybody's different. People interview different. So 12 weeks and be cut off. What are you doing with the extra money? I would love to know that. What are you doing with it? Okay. But anyway, let me get on. I thank you all for joining me. And please keep doing what you're doing. We're building a foundation of savings together. I love you guys. And thank you. All right. Thank you for being here. Okay. And this is what it looks like. Okay. Have a wonderful day. Please like, share, and subscribe. We're almost there, guys, at 2,000 subscribers. Get your friends on board. Get your family members on board. Just tell them the subscribe is free. Okay. I appreciate y'all. You got it. Bye.